but it is super long. If it completely buckles, I'm down a couple of £100. That's a metre, that's a foot, and that's an inch. The way they're going about it at the moment, throwing a half on the phone. Got a wee party of cows following me this morning. Morning, Holly. What a beast. Big breakdown. Is the drill working there? Just a way to shift all these blocks. We've got barley, which is going to go into the middle bay here. So there's going to be a bay in the corner, bay here, and then there's that bay here. So I'm going to put a wall up of here just now. Just need to shift the combine out the road. All the chaff that comes out the fan there lies on this concrete pad, so just scoop it all up into a pile and then we add it to the chaff that's off the exit of the grain dryer that falls between those bales. Comes down that pipe, so there's a fan up there, and as the crop's going over the elevator and falling, air blows through it, draws out any light material, and it falls, goes down the chute along and round the shed and out there. Also comes out the fan here. Had a lot of rain last night and yesterday. Sunday today, didn't film anything on Saturday. A lot of rain, so no combining today, no disking or subsoiling or anything like that. Duncan Kev were at that yesterday, but nothing today, so I'll get a day off. Because next week's going to be hell for leather. Weather's to be great for, well, all you can see is 21 to 25 degrees, which is, couldn't ask for much better, to be honest. So we'll crack on, get a lot done next week. Question of the day, I'm in the trailer. What are these two wee things? Makes it a wee bit easier. Way to check the creep feeder. I've just like totally lost all track of when I last filled it up, so I'm hoping there's a dribble left in there. There was a good lot stuck up there because there's obviously moisture getting in somewhere up there when it's closed, so I need to have a look at that and get it all start to germinate. It's all minging. I don't really get why the water's, or it's designed slanting that way, because well, obviously that bar's meant to be flat, so it's slanting that way, and the water will run that way into here where the seam is, or the joint between the lid and the opening. So this lip is designed to catch the water and then the water will run off the end here. But what it's doing is just coming around this edge and creeping back and in and along that edge and down. Just put a wee dab of silicone in there or something. Keep the water, let it run off there. Another thing I don't like on this creep feeder is why you close it with a nut and bolt. Why is there not like a lynch pin or kind of those latches you get in the back of a Defender, something quick release? That just annoys me. Something quicker and easier than that. Never actually shows you what was in it, but there's enough. I'll either do it tomorrow morning or the morning after, just because it's all guttery out here. We're using the forklift quite a bit in the sheds, so I don't want to take all the mud and dirt in. This is the first of the malting barley that's been through the dryer already. Combined this yesterday. Day before yesterday. Didn't really film any of it because I was here all day. Duncan and Kev were at that. Dad was putting it through the dryer. It's yielded poorly. I think all the spring barley will be back, just because quite a few bits of lay in water held it back, and it's just not the best. So this isn't sold yet. Put this into the big shed. It'll be stored until we decide to sell it, once we think now's the time. Prices are decent. Prices are good at the moment, but I'm just going to hold it, see what happens. Sold a bit of rape, sold a few loads of wheat, not much else. And all the seed, it's always sold. It's destined for Dodge usually. That has just been clearing up. That's where the exit of the dryer is for the chaff. So he's emptying that into this trailer as well as everything that was on here. Grain pusher. Kind of need one semi-desperately. So I've got almost all day tomorrow that I can do it. It's now kind of late on Sunday. Monday, don't think we're going to be combining tomorrow. Duncan Kev will get disking and subsoiling. So tomorrow's project, I'm going to start it tonight though. Grain pusher. 7.5 meters, because that's the length the stock comes in, makes it a bit easier. I'm not convinced I've got got heavy enough stock. It's just a 50mm box with a 3mm wall, so I'll need to beef it up a lot with braces, and it might just be like the first push it might just crumble, but have to go for it. That's what I've got just now. It's what the steel I've got, and I've got tomorrow to do it, so I'm just going to crack on and do it. Worst case scenario, if it completely buckles, I'm down a couple of £100 and a day's work. Out of the sunflowers just now. Sunflower wall looking well. It's been a really good day today. Saturday, which is yesterday, it was a bit wet and miserable. Wasn't so good. Not a great opening day, but it's fine. Today's been really nice and sunny. Paraglider in the sky. Where is it? Hold on. There he is, having a wee peek at the sunflowers. Enjoying themselves. Charging in this morning to get some grub. Here's our 3 other Highland cattle. Just put the spinner back onto the cord bike. Kev's going to go spinning later. I'll just soon, anytime, along the new rape fields for next year's harvest. So just fill it up with petrol. So plan of action. All the plans are in my head, there's no drawings. Bit silly, should have them drawn down, but anyway. 20-degree cut in here, and this is going to be front end that joins onto the headstock. So when you put the headstock on and you lift it up to flat, the pusher sits at a 20-degree angle already. Otherwise, if you put it on flat, then tilt it back to 20 degrees, you kind of run out of backwards tilt when you need it. Here's my rough drawing. So here's a forklift, and you can tell I'm not good at art. So that's the coupling end with a 20-degree angle on it. So when you then lift up flat, this sits at an angle already, like the pile of crop will be. So I needed to work out how much shorter to make this top length. So I figured out it's 192mm, so cut one of these pieces here short by 182mm, and I'll make this piece twice, and that'll make me the 2 kind of lengths. If you're looking from above, that'll give me the 2 side pieces. Then just add struts in this way and whatnot to square it all up, and there'll be struts obviously in here as well. Kev was away out doing slug pellets this morning. Quad bike's back now in the trailer, but he's got the panels off the side of it because the gear stick lever changes it from neutral, reverse, forward, snapped. So he was welding that back on. Got that fixed, but I had the welder in the shed and I left my phone in the forklift, and he couldn't find anyone to fix it. But anyway, he sorted it. Looks a good job, so that'll do. So I've got 1, 2, 3 and the end of this piece all with a 20-degree angle. Now cutting 182mm off of 2 of the pieces to make them shorter. That'll mean I'll have the stock to make up these. I have 7.5 meters, then 7.5 minus the 182mm. So I've got 2 pieces of each, so I can make 2 sections like this. Weld it all up after that, across the way, just keep it all square, and then I need to make face plates for the front and back. You can make braces all the way along it. So these 2 are identical, they're the longer pieces. These 2 are almost identical. They're the shorter ones. Then I'm going to cut this strip into, what do I need, 400mm lengths. And that will give me a 50mm distance between outside edge and outside edge of the outside frames. These are 40mm lengths, and I then put some blocks in here so I can just slide it up against here, chop it, and it's exactly the same length each time. Don't need to get the measuring tape out each time and mark it or line it up. Just shim right up to there, bang. Yesterday's question of the day, what was this? And it's the load reader on the forklift here. So basically tells you at what percentage your load is to being overweight, and once you get to the red you can't use the boom at all other than just pull it in. It starts beeping its head off you. Good few hours has passed, it's now like 5:30. I've not done anything with this grain pusher as of the last few hours. Sparky was here, put him up in the cage. We're having a look at the roller door on the new shed. It's not working and it's leaking. So they're coming out on Thursday apparently, but the issue is there's a connection from the box, which is an added thing onto the door from manufacturer. Don't really know what it was, but basically it was causing the issue. Disconnected that and the door worked fine. And phoned the manufacturers to ask what it was, wouldn't tell us. due to warranty reasons, and they kind of threw a bit of a huff, and it's like, well, we need to operate the door. What we're meant to do, just sit and stand outside it, and it's like, we've got things to do, we've got to get on. So they're coming on Thursday, they wouldn't tell us what it was, wouldn't let us to fix it properly, and we do have another door ordered with them for the barn conversion, but the way they're going about it at the moment, throwing a half on the phone, we've not paid for it, so why bother go with them? I don't know. Anyway, see what happens on Thursday, see whether they get it sorted and whether they're a bit nicer in person than on the phone. As for the grain pusher, made zero progress. It was at that, then it was at sunflowers. Girl finishes at 4, so I was kind of out there 4 till 5. Tomorrow we're going to be combining all day, so see what I can get done in this grain pusher, but there's zero chance I can get it finished by tomorrow anyway, because tomorrow for the next 2 weeks is sunny weather. We're going to be non-stop with the combine. Grub's up, but I've got this piece mocked out in position, so you can see there 20 degree, and then that'll be a flat face to work off of for the headstock to go onto. On that end, I'll probably put big heavy box, make a square or a rectangular big heavy box with the hitching points on it, to then weld onto this frame. So this needs another one exactly the same, and then I'll fold it up, and that's how it'll sit upright, one there, and then I need to brace all the way between it, and brace in between here as well. But it is super long. Should get a decent lot of height with that if it doesn't buckle. Yeah, nothing special anyway, but not bad for an agri welder. Here's a few more. They'll hold anyway, they're not going anywhere. Not got very far with it today, to be honest. I would have liked to get a bit further, but I haven't. So I'm going to try and I'll probably tack up the next piece of that again tonight. It's like 8, half 8 just now. So I'll tack the next one all up and get back in. Need to make tomorrow's video, and then we're going combining tomorrow, so this will take a bit of a back seat again. So it's starting to take shape a bit more. You can see there, that's where the headstock goes on. Put the headstock flat, and this will be up like 20 degrees. Well, should be bang on 20 degrees. Well, give or take. Pretty much bang on the kind of accuracies I was looking for. Close enough considering that's a metre, that's a foot, and that's an inch. Finished up for the night. It's quite a few things I didn't actually video, like so the door getting looked at and up at sunflowers and whatnot. Just videoed a few bits in this, so this will probably be in with another video tomorrow or yesterday's video, I'm not sure yet. So thanks for watching.